The road to Sterlington starts today here from Alexandria. It's Texas A&M-Texarkana and the LSU Alexandria Generals. Texarkana coming in as the 6th seed, LSUA hosting as the 3 seed. In the opening round of the Red River Athletic Conference Championship, the conference moving to a different format this year. The opening round, a 3-game series with the higher seed hosting, and that will be a best of 3, sending the 4 remaining schools to Sterlington next week. Texarkana coming in 14-13 in Red River Athletic Conference play over the regular season. The Generals at 20-7. The Eagles coming off a sweep of Xavier University last weekend. That actually flipped the Gold Rush out of the playoff picture. We'll take a look at the starting lineups defensively for the Generals. Dooley's at first. Patin is over at second. At third, it's Shea Thibodeau. The shortstop, Landon Langley. The middle infield flipped around from what it's been for most of the season. Left to right across the outfield for Cody Gautreau's Generals. Cameron Parks, Cade LaBruyere, and Lane Kratzer. Behind the plate is Evan Rolf-Shadle. And on the mound is the right-hander, Carter Fobb. For Texarkana, it'll be Donato, then Blaylock, Kearns, Provencio, Wombles, Duncan, Jones, Caputo, and Sheets. Squaring around, Donato pops the bunt up. That's going to get down. Thibodeau fields it. It'll be a bunt single to start off. Well, no need to worry about the perfect game anymore. 1 pitch, 1 hit there for the Eagles. Blaylock hitting .351 on the season, 6 home runs and 29 batted in. For Fobb, he's 7-1 over 13 appearances, as this one is hit well down the left field line. Parks ranging over. He'll make the catch. For out number 1, retreating back to first is Donato. And will bring Kearns to the plate. Fobb has thrown 72 2/3 innings coming into the day, an ERA of 4.95. He struck out 60 hitters and is holding the opposing teams to an average of 240. Kearns going to be hit by a pitch. So with 1 out, it's runners on first and second for Texarkana here in the top of the first. Now Provencio. 3 pitches, all 3 have been action pitches. A bunt single, a fly out, and a hit by pitch. First non-action pitch from Fobb. It's down and in on Provencio, so it's a 1-0 count. Looks in and delivers. Another one's inside. Game times this weekend are 3 p.m. for Game 1, 3 p.m. for Game 2, and then noon should the series extend to Game 3. That one's fouled off down the right field line. Over by the tarp. 2-1 the count. And time called. One out and 2 on for Provencio, hitting .368 on the season, 3 home runs and 46 batted in. Bob misses inside. It's 3-1. Generals swept the Eagles back in February. And that's going to be ball 4. Looks like a pitch violation there, so the bases are going to be loaded. Bases loaded for Wombles, hitting .357, 4 home runs and 28 batted in. Breaking ball in for a called strike. Here's the 0-1. Chop foul, and it's 0-2 on the Eagles catcher. 4 doubles, 2 triples for him on the season. Slugging .643 with an on-base percentage of .489. The 0-2. Good block by Rolf Schadel behind the plate. Bob comes set. Now the 1-2. Wombles down, swinging for the second out of the inning. Here's Duncan now. He's hitting .319. That one's outside, 1-0. 2 home runs and 29 batted in for him. Nine doubles, 2 triples. This is chopped right side of the mound. Fobb will take it himself to escape the bases loaded jam. The Eagles leave 3 stranded. It'll be Labruyere, Parks, and Wilson due up in the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first, Cade Labruyere will lead things off for LSUA, and he will face Matthew Hart, the right-hander. 12 appearances, 10 starts on the season. A record of 2-3 over 35 innings of work and an ERA of 7.97. Opposing hitters have an average of 271. He's struck out 42 and walked 28. 0-1 the count. The general center fielder hitting .312 with 4 home runs and 50 batted in. Slugging .541 with an on-base percentage of .434. He's drawn 34 walks on the season and struck out just 16 times. General's not a home run power team. They're a gap-to-gap team. A lot of extra base hits into the alleys. Here's the 1-2. That'll be the 17th strikeout of the season for Labruyere. Brings up Parks, who's hitting .483. He's 14 for 29 on the season. He's scored 9 runs, driven in 6. First pitch is high. .1-0 from Hart gets Parks, so the Generals have their first base runner of the contest. Brings up Wilson, hitting .356, 6 home runs, 39 batted in. He's scored 52 times. He's stolen 26 bases, and he's right up there fighting for the lead in the country with 25 hit by pitches. Hart misses outside. The 1-0. Also just upstairs, so it's 2-0. Parks 7 stolen bases on the season. Throw over, he slides back in. .2-0 inside corner. Makes it 2-1 from Hart. Runner going. Wilson right back up the middle, and a nice play at short there by Donato to field it, tag the bag, and fire to first for a double play. That will end the inning. It'll be Jones, Caputo, and Sheets due up when we come back for the top of the second. Top of the second inning, Tobin Jones leads off for the Eagles. He's hitting .380 on the season, 3 home runs and 26 batted in. He's scored 42 times. Swings and misses at the first offering he sees. Fobb buried it in the back foot, 0-1. Breaking ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swings through the 1-1. Jones, an on-base percentage of .536, slugging .610. Here's the 1-2. See you later. Got him with the high fastball. Brings Caputo to the plate. .279 on the season, 4 home runs and 33 batted in. Hitting 8th in the lineup. Swinging first pitch, and he knocks that one through the left side. A 1-out knock there. Brings Sheets to the plate. Sheets hitting .309, 7 home runs and 34 batted in. He scored 35 runs. Yeah, they got Caputo off the base, but he's able to scamper back. Ralph Shadle able to pick it off the turf there. Caputo thought he might have been able to scoot up to second and to get back. And one of those rare feet first slides back into a bag as well. Another one down, 2-0. And now Ralph Shadle's going to go out and have a chat. Two and 0 the count on Sheets. And he'll step out. Long look in now, the 2-0. Pulled foul. Backing out of play down the right field line. Two 1 to Sheets. Breaking ball. Stayed, I think, a little too far up in the zone for what Fobb might have wanted, but he gets the called strike anyway. 2-2. Caputo leads off a first. He'll throw over, and he is just back in time. Here's the 2-2. He swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 down here in the top of the second. Brings Donato back up. It's the top of the order for Texarkana. He is 1 for 1, had the bunt single on the first pitch of the ball game. Watches that one go by for a strike. Caputo off of first. He's going. This is hit to short. Langley knocks it down, but it'll be the second infield single of Donato's day. A little life with 2 outs here from Texarkana. Brings up Blaylock. He's 0 for 1. Had a fairly loud fly out to left. An inning ago. Want to know the count. Takes a breaking ball for a called strike. Here's the 1-1 outside. Three and 1. Fobb misses just off the outside corner. On the ground and foul. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two. On the ground towards second. Pontin fields over to Dooley at first for out number 3. The Eagles strand 2 more. It'll be Langley, Kretzer, and Dooley due up when we return. Landon Langley will lead off for LSUA here in the bottom of the second inning. Hitting .329, 2 home runs and 45 batted in. Eagles already with 3 hits through the first 2 offensive innings for them. Langley sends that one into the front of the dugout. 1-1 count here on Langley. And that'll be through for the Generals' first hit. Kratzer stands in at .291 on the season, 1 home run and 22 batted in. He's swinging first pitch on a line out to right. Catch made by Caputo for out number 1. Brings Trevor Dooley to the plate. Hitting .276, 1 home run and 33 batted in. He has scored 40 runs. Langley running the throw, and they got him. A nice throw there by Wombles. Catches Langley. Now 2 down in the inning. In the air toward right center. Shallow. Drifting back is Kearns. He'll make the grab. It'll be Kearns, Provencio, and Wombles due up in the top of the third for Texarkana. Top of the third inning, Austin Kearns gets things going. He was hit by a pitch. And his first at bat. Takes the first pitch outside. One chop foul. Swing and a miss. Bob got him chasing one up and in. One, two is outside. Evens the count. 2-2 here on Kearns. Opposite field, bouncer to Dooley at first. He'll take it himself for out number one. Brings Provencio to the plate. He drew a walk in his first plate appearance. Swinging first pitch and pulled it foul. Provencio waiting on the 0-1. Bob ran it inside. Swings through the 1-1. 1-2 the count. Wind has picked up quite a bit here since first pitch. Nice light breeze for most of the day. 1-2 is inside. Bob, the 2-2. Popped up. Left side of the infield. Thibodeau to his left. Now aggressively to his left. And he makes the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Wombles, the catcher, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And he threw a would-be base stealer out in the last half inning. Fouls off the first pitch of the AB. The 0-1 fouled back, 0-2. This will be pitch number 45 for Fob. It's hit in the air to right center. LaBruyere running over, and he'll make the catch. That'll be out number 3. The Eagles go down in order. Thibodeau, Rolf Schadel, and Potan due up when we return for the bottom of the third. Jay Thibodeau will lead off for LSUA here in the third, hitting .227 on the season. No home runs and 5 batted in. He's scored 10 times. Hart starts him out high. Here's the 1-0. On the ground at third, laid by Provencio. And Thibodeau's aboard. Rolf Schadel hitting .347, 1 home run and 23 batted in. Swings at the first pitch, a ground to the third, 5-4. They're not going to get 2. As Thibodeau is out on the play. And Colin Ardois is going to run over at first. Brings Potan to the plate, hitting .289. No home runs, 25 batted in, and an on-base percentage of .459 for him. Swing and a miss from Potts, 1-1. Check over at first. Ardois back in time. 1-1 on the ground at second. 4-6-3, twin killing. Hart rolls up a couple of ground balls, gets out of the inning. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Duncan Jones, Caputo due up. Duncan swings through. First pitch from Fobb. And it's 0-1 here in the top of the fourth. Duncan 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Eagles with 3 hits so far. He skies this one into foul territory. Dooley giving chase. It'll get into the bullpen. Counts 0-2. Tag to center. Labrier drifting back, and he will make the catch. Round number 1. Brings up Tobin Jones. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. One of 3 that Fobb has so far on the ledger. And he chases a breaking ball on the outside. Patin playing almost on the grass, tries to get a bunt down, and it's foul. And Thibodeau playing pretty far back as well there. So 0-2 the count on Jones. One and 2. Fobb missed outside. one bounces in. It's like a 59-foot breaking ball there. Counts even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just missed off the corner. Count runs full. Payoff pitch to Jones. Outside for ball 4. So a 1-out walk for Jones. He's stolen 14 bases so far this season. Brings Caputo to the plate. He's 1 for 1. One of the 3 hits the Eagles have. Fob misses outside. That's in for a called strike. Jones gets his lead off of first. One in a left center. LaBruyere on the run. He'll get there first to make the grab. There are 2 away. Here's Sheets. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Pulls that one down the right field line. Hit it a ways, but hit it foul. Now the 0-1 runner going, and it's fouled away. Oh, and 2 on Sheets. Just outside. Fob looks back at first now, the 1-2. Foul down right at home plate, so it stays 1-2. 1-2 on a line in a right. That's going to get down and find the gap. It'll roll to the wall. Jones is being waved around. Sheets is going to try his luck for third. He's got a triple. An RBI triple for Brandon Sheets, and the Eagles lead it 1-0. Just over a third of the way through the ball game, and Texarkana takes the lead. One run on 4 hits for the Eagles. Here's the first pitch to Donato. It's in for a called strike. He's 2 for 2 with a bunt single, and then an infield single just out of the range of Langley, who had knocked it down. 0-1 the count. Back up the middle. Langley on the run will throw over to first for out number 3. It'll be LaBrouille, Parks, and Wilson. 1, 2, and 3 in the order due up for the Generals when we return for the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th inning, Cade LaBrouille will lead off for LSUA. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. It's the only strikeout that Hart has so far. And through 3 innings, Hart has thrown just 23, now 24 pitches. Here's the 1-0. It's high, 2-0. After taking the lead there in the top of the 4th, I'm sure Texarkana would like a quick inning here, go back and see if they can get a couple more runs for their starter. But he has fallen behind the leadoff hitter, LaBrouille, 3-0. And 3-0's in for a called strike. Lab thought he had ball 4. And now ball 4. And it's in and out of the mitt of the catcher, and the umpire gave the catcher a new ball, so now LaBruyer's going to be on second. They're going to send him back to first, and here comes Cody Gautreau out of the dugout, and he's got a good point. The umpires are going to get together here. LaBruyer. Standing on second. The ball went in and out of the mitt of Wombles, went to the backstop, and Wombles reached behind him to get another ball, and the home plate umpire obliged. And they're going to send LaBruyer back to first. That'll bring Parks to the plate. And that one's fouled off of Wombles, so it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Squares around, pulls back. Misses off the corner, 1-1. Throw over to first. LaBruyer's back in time, standing up. In for a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Evens the count at 2-2. And a feint from LaBruyer at first. Swing and a miss. Parks chases after the one on the top shelf for out number 1. Here's Wilson, who's 0 for 1. LaBruyer going. Here's the throw by Wombles. It is to the left field side of the bag. And LaBruyer has a stolen base. So he is now back where he originally should have been. Want to know the count on Wilson. Staying away from him, 2-0. It is one of those plays where if you're the umpire there, you gotta eat it. No matter what coach comes out of the dugout and says, you cannot throw him out of the ball game in that situation. When I was working for the Greenville Drive in 2008, there was a ball hit down the left field line. The runner at third did a really good job of running right down the foul line and kind of blocking the umpire's view, and he called it foul. And it was, in fact, fair, and Kevin Bowles, who was managing the Drive, came out and had one of the most heated arguments as Wilson swings and misses I think I've ever seen. It was pretty one-sided. I think the home plate umpire might have said 3 words the entire time, and Bowles got good 40, 45 seconds out of it, and I walked out in between innings and gave the home plate umpire some water, and I was like, man, that was a good one. He said, yeah, sometimes you just got to eat it. And this is skied, foul territory behind home plate. Wombles will make the catch for out number 2. LaBruyere stays on second. Brings Langley to the plate. He's 1 for 1. The only hit of the Generals lineup so far. On the ground, Weekly, a chopper to third. Fielded by Provencio. The throw not in time. A check at LaBruyere, and he slides back in safely. So Langley's got himself a pair of hits, and there's runners on the corners with 2 down for Kratzer. Kratzer 0 for 1. Have to see if the Generals get the base runners going here with runners on the corners. Kratzer swings and misses 0 and 1. Swings through that one as well, 0 and 2. Here's the 0-2 to Kratzer. In the air, center, now drifting toward left center. Catch is made by Jones. That will end the inning. The Generals strand a pair. We'll head to the top of the 5th. It'll be Blaylock, Kearns, Provencio, with the Eagles leading 1-0. Top of the 5th inning, Blaylock will lead off for Texarkana. It's a 1-0 ball game after the IBI triple in the 4th. Both teams have had some runners in scoring position, but Texarkana has been the only one to be able to take advantage of it as Fobb starts the inning off with the ball. The 1-0 from Fobb. And Capper back to him. He'll pick it up, underhanded flip to Dooley for out number 1. Brings Kearns to the plate. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Fobb, 67 pitches, 42 strikes through 4 1/3. Swings through the 1-0. Breaking ball has been on for Fobb here today. Been working a lot off of his secondary pitches. Here's the 1-1. Fastball outside. On the ground, a short. Langley over to first for out number 2. So here's Provencio, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. To second, Patin on the hop. The Eagles go down 1, 2, 3 on groundouts. It'll be Dooley, Thibodeau, and Rolf Schadel due up when we return for the bottom of the 5th. Trevor Dooley will lead off in the bottom half of the 5th inning. He's 0 for 1 so far. First pitch from Hart in, a called strike. Hart entering the inning, 42 pitches, 25 strikes. Two strikeouts and a walk for him. He's allowed 2 hits. No runs so far. 1-1 misses. 2 balls and a strike. chopped foul. Two and two count on Dooley. A chopper, Hart, underhanded to first. One down. Brings Thibodeau to the plate. He is 0 for 1. Swinging first pitch, hits this one down the left field line. Blaylock ranging over and makes the catch. Brings up Ralph Shadle, the catcher. He reached on a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. Curveball in for a called strike, 0-1. Upstairs, 1-1. Fouled back into the middle. Wombles, 1-2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. 2s across the top of the scoreboard. Three and two. Count runs full on the Generals catcher. Opposite field. That'll fall in front of Caputo for a knock. So with 2 outs, Ralph Shadle is aboard, and Ardois going to run for him over at first. Brings Pontan to the plate. He is 0 for 1. First one just misses. In the air to right. To his left, it's Caputo, and that will end the inning. The Generals strand 1. That's 5 shutout innings for Hart. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Wombles, Duncan, Jones, due up. Wombles fouls off the first pitch on a bunt attempt. Eagles trying to play a little small ball to get some runners on. Oh, and 1 the count on Wombles, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Fobb, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts so far. Yeah, that'll be a single through the left side for Wombles. Good piece of hitting there. And Haverlook will run. So Duncan will hit and Haverluck will run. Fouls off the first pitch. And it's 0-1. Ralph Shadle blocks it. They're going to ask for help. He did not go around, so it's 1-1. One to Duncan's got him. It'll be runners on first and second now with nobody out. Cody Gotro coming out of the dugout here. There is some stirring in the Generals bullpen, but I think this one might just be to try to settle his starter down. Reaching the bottom third of this lineup here for Texarkana. And got to try to buy some outs here. Jones is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Jones came into the day hitting .380, 3 home runs and 26 batted in. As a runner in scoring position here with nobody out. Squaring around a bunt, gets it down. Right side of the mound and over to first. The throw from Fobb. Everybody advances 90 feet. And Caputo will stand in with runners in scoring position and 1 out. Infield pulled tight, hitter's delight. Here in the top of the 6th. Everybody at the edge of the grass. Dooley actually playing on the grass over at first, trying to take away the squeeze. Breaking ball misses high, 1-0. Weekly on the ground and foul. It'll even the count at 1-1. Foul back at the netting, 1-2. Strikeout here would be a big out for Fobb. Here's the 1-2 on the ground. Havriluk is going to have to hold at third. Pontan flips it softly over to first. And there are 2 down. Sheets to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. The only run of this ball game came off his bat. Shot a pitch into the right center gap. Swinging at the first pitch here. This one's into center, and LaBruyere makes the catch. For out number 3, the Eagles strand 2 more in scoring position. It'll be the top of the order for the Generals. LaBruyere, Parks, and Wilson due up in the bottom of the 6th when we return. So a pitching change for the Eagles. Ty Thomerson has come on in relief, probably to get a couple of these lefties out here this inning, and he starts it off with a called strike 0-1. LaBruyere, a lefty, Parks, a right-hander, and then Wilson, a lefty. Thomerson, 27th appearance of the season, a record of 2-1, an ERA of 7.48 over 21 2/3 innings. Opposing hitters have an average of 309 against him. And that one misses. It's 3-1. Gets through the legs of Wombles, and now LaBruyere is off to the races again. The leadoff walk brings up Parks. Brings Parks to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch in, a called strike. Thomerson, move over to first. LaBruyere back up, back in standing. Fairly conservative lead at first. Ooh, that one almost got to the backstop. Probably as close to a snow cone for a catcher as I've seen in a while. Here's the 1-1. Up and in, 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. It's 2-2 to Parks, and it's fouled away. A check over on LaBruyere. He's back. We've seen two different pickoff moves now from the southpaw. Two to the plate. It misses, and Thomerson can't believe it. Got a little bit of barking out of the Eagles dugout on that one. The count's full. 3-2 on Parks. In the air, foul territory down the right field line. It will fall just foul. LaBruyere was off to the races. So he'll have to go on back to first. He was trying to get a little bit of an extra breather there, I think. Full count on Parks. Fouls that one away. We'll reset, try it for a third time. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Unless you roll into 2 here, it's going to go down as a quality at-bat. Into center field. Driving backwards is Jones. He's not going to get there. LaBruyere will hold up at third, and it's a double for Parks. Yeah, that's got Chase Brewster out of the bullpen, the Eagles head coach out of the dugout, and he is going back to the bullpen. Thomerson unable to get an out in the two batters he faces. They'll turn it over to a right-hander when we come back. So Connor Brady will take over on the bump. And he'll face Dalton Wilson. Not an easy part of this Generals lineup to step in and face out of the bullpen. Gets Wilson to pop it up to second. Kearns underneath it. He's got it for out number one. That is a big out number one. Now Jordan Ardwall is going to have a chat with Langley down the third base line. Connor Brady on the season. This will be his 12th appearance. He has a record of 2-3 over 33 2/3 innings, holding the opposition to an average of 2.73 and an ERA of 7.75. Brady electing to go out of the windup. First pitch fouled off. Langley 2 for 2. He has half of the Generals' hits in this game. Kearns is in tight. Sheets is in tight. As is Provencio at third. Only the shortstop Donato playing regular depth. Here's the 0-2. Got him looking. A huge strikeout there for the second out of the inning. Pratzer swinging first pitch, popped it up, left field line. It is going to fall fair. No, he caught it, excuse me. A nice catch down the left field line. And that will end the inning. And the Generals leave two stranded. Donato will get things going here in the top of the seventh. Fobb back out there for LSUA. 82 pitches, 53 strikes for the right-hander. And Donato fouls off the first pitch. Just a 1-0 ball game here. The only run scored in the top of the fourth inning on the RBI triple from Sheets. Both teams have left small armies on base. And a lot of those coming in scoring position. The Eagles have left 8 on, and the Generals have left 5. 2-1 the count on Donato. Donato waves through it. 2-2. Nice piece of hitting there. Opposite field single from Donato. His third hit of the ball game. Brings Blaylock to the plate. Catches the corner, 0-1. 1-1. Fobb has worked himself in and out of danger a couple times this game. Wow, just 1 run on 6 hits and 2 walks. 3 strikeouts for him. A check over at first. Donato dives back in. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Runner going, pitch outside. Got him. Second base runner thrown out in this game. Each side now with a caught stealing. It's 2-2 on Blaylock. Looping liner to center, and Labrier's there for out number 2. Brings Kearns to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Hammered that one down the left field line. Parks giving chase. It's a solo home run for Austin Kearns. That was a towering shot. And it's 2-0. That one had some hang time on it that NFL punters would be jealous of. First pitch to Provencio fouled off. Evens it up at 1-1. As it's outside. The 1-1 to Provencio. Skipped it in. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch number 97 from Fobb. 3-1 the count. Fouls it off. It'll be 3-2. Payoff pitch coming. Payoff pitch. Bounces in. Well, he gives up the walk after the solo home run, and it brings up Wombles. Cody Gautreau out of the dugout, and that will do it for Carter Fobb. 99 pitches, 62 strikes, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. He is responsible for Provencio over at first, so we'll take a break, and we'll be back with the new pitcher after this. Eli Finley takes over for Carter Fobb with Provencio over at first. He still belongs to Fobb. But after him, the book will be formally closed, and the general starter, 6 2/3. Just 2 earned runs, fouls off the first pitch from Finley. Finley on the season, 12th appearance, 14 2/3 innings of work. He's got 1 save, a record of 1-0, and an ERA of 9.20, opposing hitters with an average of 310 against him. Count evens up at 1-1. Two and one. Finley missed down and in. Three and one. Thinking about it is Provencio, but he holds up. And that'll be ball 4, so Finley, fresh out of the bullpen, walks the first hitter he faces. Haverluck on to run for Wombles. Will be the left-handed hitting Duncan now to face Finley. Swinging first pitch, foul territory. Thibodeau giving chase over by the fence. Over the fence he goes, and he makes the catch. Shea Thibodeau showing off the glove to end the inning, and the Eagles strand 2 more. Dooley, Thibodeau, Rolf Schadel due up when we return after the 7th inning stretch. Trevor Dooley leads things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning as Connor Brady comes back out. 4 pitches, 4 strikes to get out of the 6th. And that's a ball inside. Here's the 1-0 from Brady. That one almost got a piece of Dooley. I think that's one at this stage in the game you got to just wear. Here's the 2-0. Takes a breaking ball for a called strike, 2-1. That's fouled off, 2-2. The double deuce from Brady. Fouled away. Ran it in on the hands. Dooley able to keep the at-bat alive. Two again. 3-2. Brady thought he had strike 3, as did Wombles. Payoff pitch to Dooley. He struck him out. Here's Thibodeau now. He's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Reached on an error his first time up. And that one's got him in the numbers. So Thibodeau will jog on down to first. Will bring up the catcher, Rolf Schadel. One out and a runner on for him. He's 1 for 2. One home run on the year for him. Big lead over at first. "23 runs batted in. Throw over to first, and Thibodeau is back. Probably got hit for a second time there, that time with the pickoff throw. And that one hits him. Back-to-back hit by pitches. Chase Brewster coming out of the dugout. Has not signaled to the bullpen. But he does have a left-hander warming. And he's gonna send all the infielders back to their positions here. This is just a chat between the battery and the skipper. Both Thibodeau and Rolf Schadel were hit on 2-0 counts. Or, excuse me, on 1-0 counts. Oh, here comes the number 9 hitter, Lane Patin. Well, LSUA couldn't really ask for much more here to try to tie this game up. First pitch over for a called strike. Gate Labruyere waiting on deck. And he is no stranger to late game heroics this season for the Generals. Patin chases after that one. Now Thibodeau. That one's going to get thrown into center field. Ardois up to second. Thibodeau's up to third. So the Eagles have advanced him 90 feet. Right side, that's going to get one in. Everybody's up 90 feet. So with 2 outs, it's a runner on third. Two-one ball game now here in the bottom of the 7th of game 1 of the best-of-3 series. The RRAC opening round. Labruyere is 0 for 1 with a pair of walks and a strikeout. Four home runs and 50 driven in on the season. Brady trying to stay away from him. (2-0), a grounder to first. It's thrown away. Now a throw back to first. Labruyere, they're going to call him out. The run does count. It's a 2-2 ball game.
That's a horrible call.
So it's 2-2 as we head to the top of the 8th on chaos. It'll be Jones, Caputo, and Sheets due up. So in the top of the 8th inning, Tobin Jones will lead things off, and I'm contractually obligated to tell you it is a brand new ball game. Watches the first one from Finley go by for a strike. Jones is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Popped it up right side. Patin, a step or two onto the outfield grass for out number 1. Caputo takes the first one for a strike. Got to imagine most of the momentum is now flipped over to the Generals. The 0-1 from Finley. Misses. One and one the count. Outside. Caputo 1 for 3. This is off the black. 3-1. The 3-1 offering is low and outside. So it's a 1-out walk for Caputo to bring up Sheets. It'll bring up Sheets, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI. And the RBI triple back in the fourth. It was the only run for the Eagles until the solo home run in the seventh. The 0-1, down and in. One and one, the count on Sheets. That is yanked down the right field line and out of play. That's a long, loud strike two. Caputo leads off a first. The 1-2. Hit well into right. Kratzer going back. It's gone. 2-run home run for Brandon Sheets. And the Eagles lead it 4-2 in the eighth. Here's Donato. 3 for 4 on the afternoon. Been doing his job out of the leadoff spot well for the Eagles. And pulls that one foul. Here's the 1-1. He's got himself a fourth hit. Now Cody Gautreau coming out of the dugout. Have to see if he is going to go further into his bullpen here. Team coming out, it looks like he will, so the Generals will make a pitching change, and we'll be back with a new pitcher right after this. So Nash Tomplay out of the bullpen for Cody Gautreaux. 15th appearance of the season, 19 and a third innings of work. He struck out 18 with an average against of 217. He's had 4 saves, an ERA of 0.93, and a record of 1-0. First pitch, a grounder up the middle, glove flip. They will not turn 2. But Donato will be out at second. Pontin got taken out there at the bag at second. Kearns is 1 for 3 with an RBI. Had the solo home run. That initially made it 2-0 before the Generals pushed across 2 in the 7th. And that one's going to get away from Rolf Schadel. Into scoring position goes Blaylock. Here's the 1-1. That one's fouled off. Down in the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on second. 2's everywhere here in the 8th. Look back at second and delivers. It'll run full. Full count now on Kearns. And it's ball 4. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Here's Provencio, who is 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. Lefty on lefty matchup. It's outside. On the ground, that's going to get back through the middle. Pontin dives and couldn't get it. Karam's off the glove. Stop sign goes up for Kearns, but Blaylock will score. Brings Wombles back to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Runners on the corners for him. Provencio just 1 stolen base on the season. On the ground to short, Langley. To Pontin will retire the side. But a big inning for the Eagles. They get 3 runs on 3 hits. 2 of them come off the 2-run home run. And they lead it 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cameron Parks will lead off for LSUA. They trail 5-2. Brady back out there. 21 pitches, 12 strikes. Make it 22-12. That one's called the ball. 1-0 from Brady. Spiked it 2-0. In for a called strike. The 2-1. Back-to-back breaking balls for strikes. Triple dip there, and it's high, 3-2. On the ground, left side, foul. Here's the payoff pitch. That one hits him. Parks is aboard to lead off the inning. Brings up Wilson, who's still wearing the collar today, 0 for 3. Make it 1 for 4. A line drive and a right is down. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. Langley 2 for 3 with a strikeout. And he's got a runner in scoring position here and nobody out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Watches the first pitch for a ball. Parks on by the hit by pitch. He's at second. Wilson singled into right on a line drive over at first. 1-0 is thrown to the backstop. Parks will advance. Wilson's going to advance, and now it's 2 in scoring position. Ducks on the pond for Langley. And it looks like on the 2-0, they're going to have a pitching change. Chase Brewster coming out of the dugout. He signaled to the bullpen to get the right-hander. And Brady's done. So we'll take a timeout. We'll have the new relief pitcher when we return. So Tanner Duncan has taken over on the mound. He started the game as the designated hitter, and now he's going to be on the mound, and he assumes a 2-0 count that he inherits from Brady. First pitch, Langley drives this one into center field. Coming in to score is Parks. It's 5-3. Brings Kratzer to the plate. 0 for 3 so far. Duncan starts him off 1-0. Fouls that one away. Wilson over at third. Kratzer representing the tying run, the 1-1. In for a called strike as Duncan loses the hat. It's 1-2. One, two, just outside. Both Duncan and Wombles wanted it. Fouled off. Kratzer will hang around. Trevor Dooley is on deck. In the air, shallow left field. I don't think that's going to be deep enough to get him in. Catch made by Blaylock. And there are two down. Brings Dooley to the plate. Breaking ball over, a called strike from Duncan. And he misses outside. He evens it up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Takes that one for a strike. 1 and 2 right down the turnpike. Dooley calls time and steps out. One and 2 on Trevor Dooley. Wilson over at third. Here's the 1-2 from Duncan. It's outside. 3-2. Olson gets his lead off a third. Here's the payoff pitch from Duncan. Skied behind home plate. Wombles will make the catch to end the inning. The Generals get one run on one hit, leave one stranded. It'll be Duncan, Jones, Caputo due up when we return for the top of the ninth. So Duncan will lead things off for the Eagles, now hitting for himself. And as a left-handed hitter, right-handed thrower, you've got that throwing shoulder exposed, which you don't see too often, as that one's in for a called strike. One and one. Swing and a miss. 1-2. A little pitcher-on-pitcher action. You don't see that very often anymore in the game. Here's the 1-2. Blocked, and it's 2-2. Looks like there's some action in the Generals bullpen. A right-hander's throwing. The 2-2. Outside 3-2. Payoff pitch to Duncan. He fouled it off. Tom play comes set. Here's the payoff pitch once more. Got him looking. One pitcher strikes out the other. Here's Jones, 1 out. Swing and a miss, 0-1. 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout is Jones. Outside, he evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. In the air, right side. Kratzer to his right makes the catch out there for the second out of the inning. Brings Caputo to the plate. 1 for 3 with a walk. Right back at Tomplay, he makes the catch. Nash, Tomplay with a great catch to end the inning. And the Generals will need to find a pair of runs at the bottom of the 9th when we return. So here's Shea Thibodeau to lead things off in the top of the 9th inning with, the bottom of the 9th inning with the Eagles leading 5-3. He is 0 for 2. Watches a breaking ball in for a called strike. Duncan winds and delivers. Into center field on a line. Charging in is Jones. It's going to get behind him. Couldn't make the catch on the dive. Jordan Ardwan waving Thibodeau around. We're looking at an inside the park home run. It's 5-4. Shea Thibodeau makes it 5-4 with an inside the park home run. A dangerous dive from Tobin Jones in center. That allows Thibodeau to go all the way around. Ralph Shadle 1 for 2 on the day, and he's ahead 2-0 here. The Eagles bullpen has gotten going again, a right-hander throwing. Breaking ball in for a called strike. It'll be 3-1 as Duncan misses outside. Three one from Duncan. Up high, it'll be a walk for Rolf Schadel. Winning run now at the plate. Colin Ardwa has come on to run it first. Pontin 1 for 3. Squares around a bunt, gets it down. Throw to first is picked out by Sheets. But it does the job as Ardwa moves into scoring position for Cade Labruyere. That's got Chase Brewster out of the dugout. And it looks like he's going to make a pitching change. So we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with a new pitcher after this. Jeb Drury has come on in relief here for the Eagles. With one out, he comes in to face the lefty, Cade Labruyere. First pitch swinging. This is into shallow center, and the catch will be made by Jones. The Generals down to their final out here. And it looks like we're going to have another pitching change. Looks like it's actually going to be a double switch here.
No, I think they're bringing in their center fielder.
So we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the change after this. So defensively for Texarkana, Tobin Jones comes in from center field to pitch. Michael Caputo goes from right field to center, and Landon West has come on to play right field. And it's a righty-righty matchup here. Jones against Parks, who is 1 for 2. Watches the first one. It's a ball, 1-0. Two and 0. Jones will look back at Ardois at second. Here's the 2-0. It's down 3-0. There's a right-hander still throwing in the bullpen for Texarkana. Look back. The 3-0 from Jones. A little slider there on 3-0 for a strike. The 3-1 to Parks. Works a walk. There's runners on first and second for Dalton Wilson. Wilson 1 for 4, had a single into right his last time up. Watches that one go by high. And now Brewster's coming out again. And we're going to have another change. So we'll take another timeout. We'll be right back. So Amar Donato has taken over on the mound, and Evan Haverluck is the new shortstop. It's a 1-0 count on Dalton Wilson, and it's the second time that a relief pitcher for the Eagles today has taken the mound with a count already in place. Ardois, the tying run at second. Parks, the winning run over at first. It's 2-0. After every pitch now, you might as well just look at the Texarkana bench to see if Brewster's going to come out and put somebody else out there. Wilson thought about it, but it's ball 3. In for a called strike, a get me over fastball. 3-1 the count on Wilson. Donato looks back at Ardois. On the ground, left side. Haverluck knocks it down. Everybody's going to be safe. The bases are going to be loaded. That's going to go down as a fielding error on Haverluck. The bases are loaded for Langley. Ardois, the tying run at third. Parks, the winning run at second. Swinging first pitch and fouls it off. Oh, and 1 to Langley. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. It's 0-2. And Cody Gautreaux is livid in the first base dugout. Here's the 0-2 to Langley. Fouled away. On the ground, a short. Haverluck fields, flips to second. Texarkana hangs on to take game 1 of the series, 5-4. They go through a ton of pitchers in the final inning to get the out, but they finally do get it. The Generals strand 3, the winning run on second. 5-4 is the final here in game number 1. Texarkana takes it. From all of us here at LSUA, thanks for tuning in and have a great night.